Enterprise Management 360.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Tech Chat. Now on today's episode, I'm being joined by David Williams, who is the SVP Strategy at Digital.ai. So welcome, David, and thank you for coming on today's episode.
It's good to meet you, Max.
Good to meet you too. And before we get into today's subject matter, would you mind giving our viewers at home a bit of background on yourself?
Sure. As I'm Dave Williams, I live in the United States. I've been in the industry for over 30 years. Prior to joining Digital.ai, I was a Senior Vice President of Strategy at CA Technologies. I've been a CTO at BMC Software. I was also a Vice President of the Enterprise Business Unit at IBM Tivoli. I've also worked at a number of startups, and amongst all that, I spent 8 years as an analyst at Gartner, where I covered automation and DevOps.
Excellent. So this is why you are the perfect man to talk to today, because that is around our subject area, because David's going to be discussing how unifying business and development value streams really helps businesses to continuously deliver software that creates business value and gives a seamless digital customer experience, which is very key at the moment. So what are the challenges that enterprises are currently facing when it comes to delivering value?
Well, this has been a long question, and it's basically because value is a matter of perspective. So the business value, for example, could be customer, shareholder value, and anything specific to a financial outcome. There are obviously non-business value measurements, such as non-financial outcomes, such as customer loyalty and operational efficiency. It really depends how individuals are measured. I think that's really where it goes to. It's not just about an entity, it's about actual people. How are they measured about what value they provide? So company executives, for example, are measured against business outcomes and revenue, customer retention, satisfaction and growth. The business value stream, which can be things like patient billing, insurance claims, online banking. These are the things that they look at as providing that value to their jobs. Mm-hmm. People that support that value, typically things like software development and change management and IT in particular, they have a different set of metrics on value. They look at activity, software delivered, speed of delivery, optimized costs, automated activity, and a lot of the development organizations are embracing lean principles, which is optimizing and removing lag from delivery. So these types of things are creating value to many people, but unfortunately they're not actually integrated and they're not related in any way.
Okay, so I wanted to also understand, we spoke in the intro obviously about these value streams and how important they are. So could you first of all just walk us through the difference between business and DevOps value streams?
Yeah, the business value stream is probably the easiest one that most people understand because it's what everybody interacts with every day. So these are things that the business uses to run its business. So again, as I mentioned before, it can be just processing an insurance claim, having an online banking activity. It can be an end of day run for a bank. It can be a retail chain of delivery. There's a whole things that these are how the business looks at value. So these are things that are made up from multiple technologies. So as databases are created and as software is changed, they all participate in that process somewhere. And that's how the business looks at the technology supporting their own value streams. The DevOps value stream is much more specific to what is being done. So unlike the business value stream, which is focused on customer value, the DevOps value stream is part of the process to deliver the value. So it's multiple development streams occurring. They all release their technology into the business value stream. However, they're not particularly tied. Their job is to deliver the software, not measure the outcome to the business value. So this is how the two value streams are there. So what that would result in is that the DevOps teams are lean and optimized, and waste and lag is eliminated, and software delivery is 50% faster than it was at a prior period. The line of business could be looking at that and going, well, customer satisfaction goals are still not being met. The performance of the financial application is inconsistent, and improvements made to the billing application have not been seen. So there's a disparity there in how our value is seen, and how these two value streams are not well integrated to provide a coherent view from how the development organization particularly contributes directly to the bottom line of a business.
Okay, so with that disparity in mind and trying to unify that for a better organization, how can a business unify those value streams to deliver that software that creates business value, but also provides that seamless digital customer experience? Is that possible?
Yeah, this is a difficult one to do because it involves a number of things to happen. So first of all, the digital world has changed the way that people see value. So value is a real-time activity, whereas prior to that, with the more traditional approaches, value was seen and viewed through lagging indicators, or EPS scores, and things that customer satisfaction, doing a survey, understanding how many issues were reported. These type of things were driving, requirements were driving how business was interacting with the IT organization to say, these are things we'd like to have. Then it would wait a period, adjust accordingly, and put it in. So no matter how much the individual processes are modified within a business value stream, it may not actually be making a major impact long term. So what the digital infrastructure does is it looks at more real-time status. It's no longer good to look at metrics that are lagging indicators. You want to look at leading indicators, which means that you've got to be able to be much more coherent. So for example, if Amazon drop a parcel up at your doorstep today, that they would take a photo of it and then send you an immediate thing that says, hey, how was that delivery? If you say that delivery was great, that immediately is captured by the Amazon system, and that goes back in and contributes to, it's a satisfied client. They know what you buy. They know that you're satisfied. It's immediate. You know, there's no lag between understanding how someone contributed to the business by dropping a parcel at your doorstep and that immediate input being put back into the process that says, we now understand the customer satisfaction has grown by X or is maintained. And you can, the company can work that way with all the other points of light that it can bring together. So where I'm saying is that the scores and the surveys and the feedback that have traditionally driven a lot of enterprises that are not an Amazon-like organization, that are looking at digital transformation to change their own business models, they've got to change the way that consumers actually interact with the applications and services that they provide, which means that the underlying infrastructure, the people that are developing the software, the people that are making the changes, need to be measured accordingly, and they need to understand what their contribution is. So how does that work? Well, the way that the two value streams are coming together are really been through a management system. So you'll find that there's value streams occurring, but value stream management actually plays a part in both locations. It plays a part at the business level and it plays a part at the development level. A lot of value stream management tools focus maniacally on making sure that the development value stream is working, but a number of value stream management technologies are now pulling in metrics from the business level. And what that does, it takes the information that the business measures its consumer satisfaction, for example, with, and the goals of the business, the objectives of the revenue, and ties that into the development value stream. So what that means is that people, by having technology that sits between both those value streams and pulls the metrics from above and then participates below, it means that the value that people provide at the bottom level can be articulated extremely clearly, as in how they contribute. One, people understand how they contribute to the business outcome. Two, the priorities are understood at the lower level. So you understand, if I need to move people around, or I need to do different things in my software delivery pipelines, I know how to move things around in support of the business outcome. So there are many good things that happen. There's no disparity. They're unified at the management platform, and that's really where the magic happens. And you bring that into, obviously, an analytics platform that provides you with leading indicators that says, this is how you're executing. This is how you can optimize going forward. And this is how the value you're providing is measured against the business and driving the explicit outcomes that the managers want to see. So that's how it ties the two layers together.
David, it's been an absolute pleasure having you on to kind of explain that to us and walk us through each one of these steps. So all I can say is thank you very much for coming on and giving your insight on today's episode.
Thanks, Max. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you very much. And thank you everyone who took the time to watch this episode. We hope you took a lot away from it. If you are looking for more information on what we've just discussed, you can head over to Digital.ai. We'll be back next week with another episode in the Tech Chat series. But in the meantime, for more great daily content, please head on over to em360tech.com. Now, just before you go, I wanted to let you know about an online event coming up on the 16th and 17th of September. The Online Digital Transformation Conference welcomes over 30 digital business leaders across 16 sessions to share their insights into what could be the most business-critical area of our time. So make sure you head on over to digitaltransformationconf.co.uk to register for free.